Hello, welcome back to my channel. Yes, another book review. For right now, that seems to be the majority of my content, but I just have to go with whatever I'm doing at the time. That's just has to be my nature for the progress and the growth of this channel. Well, today's book review is for The Earl's Lady Geologist by Alyssa Baxter. And I think, yep, I'm just checking my notes. I just realized I put an I instead of a Y, so I want to fix that so that I spell her name correctly. Now, this is a short but very well written book about a young woman in the 19th century who was a geologist. And of course, that defied convention at that time because women her age, I believe she was 20 around the time her story started, were having their come out and going to balls and meeting earls and viscounts and looking for their marriage mate. But Cassandra Linfield, who is called Cassie in this book, had a different agenda. She was interested or investing in collecting fossils. Where she lived at the time, there were constantly fossils being brought to the beach, and she had become a geologist. Now, there's a reason for her adept skill at this craft, and if you read the book, you can find out why she was so knowledgeable about the subject. Well, while she's pursuing this endeavor, there's something further that she wants to do that kind of gets thwarted, or she's prevented from pursuing because of the fact that she's a female. And also she is running into her nemesis, who is the Lord of Rothbury, and his name is Edward. He's also a geologist, so at the very least they have that in common, but they do knock heads for more than one reason. Now, as I mentioned, with her age and the fact that she lived in that century, she would attend these balls when the time would require. And so she was being hit with several marriage proposals, even one from Edward. But what he offered her was a marriage of convenience. But she declined each marriage proposal as they came to her. And she had good reasons. She had two good reasons. I'm only going to tell you one, and that was because of her pursuit and love of geology. There was another more significant, more emotional, more compelling reason as to why she felt that she couldn't marry. But that is going to be left to the reader to find out. I realize that this top is awful, but hey, it is what it is. Anyhow, let's see. Oh, also in the book, there were other characters. Okay, Cassie and Edward were really remarkable characters. They began to be drawn to one another. It started to make Cassie think about what she wanted for her future. But I found other characters in this book to be equally as engaging, and that was Edward's brother James and his sister Harriet. I loved them as characters. And then there was Cassie's Aunt Ella. She was another remarkable character. So all of those together helped create a really enjoyable read. As I mentioned, it was a rather quick read, only 222 pages, but yet it was still a story well done. And then to conclude this brief review, I want to mention that one thing that I like when I read books, whether they're crime thrillers, mysteries, historical fiction, historical romance, whatever genre I'm reading, is when the author has put in a lot of research to the book that they're writing. And so in this book, the author, and her name, again, I might have said it, is Alyssa Baxter, but what she did is she included an author's note as well as acknowledgments, and of course about the author at the end. Well, in the author's note, she listed a bunch of female geologists in the 19th century, and it was really interesting reading to know that even though this book here is fictional, there were strong women at that time that became Geologist. So I thought that was a nice bonus to an already well-written book. So this book will be released on February 28th, so I'm making the review a bit early, but I will schedule this for the 28th. I'm doing a blog tour for this book, and my scheduled date is March 2nd, so that's when this review will go up on my blog. So that's it. The Earl's Lady Geologist by Alyssa Baxter is from Vinspire Publishing, and my blog tour request, I think it came from, oh my goodness, Robin, who is your... I'm trying to see who the publicist was for this, and I should know. This publicist was the HF Virtual Book Tours. Amy Bruno is the publicist, and I should not have had to look that up. But I love doing blog tours for them because most of the books are historical fiction, and in this case it's a historical romance. So it was a very enjoyable book, and I'm glad and I'm thankful that I was able to be included in the tour. And last but not least, I will link the book in the description below, so that should you decide to buy the book, then I, as an Amazon affiliate, a couple pennies would go toward my account, but it won't affect the cost to you. So that's it. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.